Tonight, as students, parents, and teachers reel from the effects of COVID-19 lockdowns, the issue of school choice is front and center. This week is National School Choice Week, as school districts across the country cope with sporadic closures and virtual learning due to the pandemic. Oklahoma Republican Senator James Lankford issuing a resolution calling for educational options for students. Quote, parents should have the ability to choose a school for their child based on their child's individual needs, academic goals, and personal religious beliefs. And here with us now, Jonathan Butcher, the Will Skillman Fellow in Education at the Heritage Foundation. Jonathan, thanks for coming on the show tonight. So, we of course hear a lot about talk about school choice. Talk to us about what that really is.
Well, happening right now, just in the past week or 10 days, we've seen schools closing again in Washington State, in California, but also Tennessee and Ohio. So this is a very real issue for parents right now as they have to figure out what to do for their children. We've seen grades drop with increases in D's and F's across the country really over the past year and a half, attributable to the forced virtual learning during the pandemic, which simply has not met the needs of every child that's been assigned to it. So during National School Choice Week, we can talk about ways that parents should have hope. We have proposals now under consideration in places like South Carolina, as well as elsewhere in the country, such as Oklahoma, including Oklahoma, that would give parents more options. And the great news about School Choice Week this year is that now we're talking not just about student achievement, but also about ways to preserve parents' most closely held beliefs. Parents have been largely dismissed over the past year by left-leaning lawmakers when it comes to their comments at school board meetings and elsewhere. So this is a chance for school choice to demonstrate that we are interested in both student success as well as protecting those values that families hold dear.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that remote learning is a poor substitute for in-person schooling. Many public school districts are involved in some controversial teaching techniques, but do either of these factors mean that we should devote less and not more money to public schools?
The amount of new money going to public schools now is eye-popping. We're talking about $200 billion over the multiple bills of COVID relief just over the past year that have gone to public schools. It's come so fast that they can't even spend it. At last count, just a few weeks ago, we were talking about maybe 10% of the money that has been sent to schools has been used by these public schools. And yet we were told ongoing through the pandemic that schools desperately needed this money to keep themselves open. The reality is that money is not directly related to student success. What we have the opportunity to do, especially through state proposals to give parents more options for their children, is a way to protect the future for students and their success on their academics, as well as the chance for parents to choose a learning option based on their values, based on their beliefs. And that's what both public and private school choice offers to families.
Yeah, school choice might provide a clear benefit for a lot of minorities and parents and students who want to homeschool or send their kids to private schools or charter schools. But for the vast majority of the public who relies on public schools, could implementing school choice do more harm than good?
Research shows that there are not harmful effects on public schools when students leave to use private school options or charter school options. There's, in fact, improvements in some cases in desegregating schools, as well as in political involvement and levels of tolerance, according to research about the benefits of school choice. So the benefits come not just in the form of more students being able to choose how and where they learn, but we also see benefits in their involvement in both local community as well as political engagement when it comes to accepting other beliefs and becoming active in their community, as well as, in some cases, improved student achievement. We've seen improved graduation rates in Washington, D.C. among students using private school scholarships there, and the only federal private school choice learning option. So the future is bright for families who are looking for ways to help meet their child's unique needs.
All right, Jonathan Butcher with the Heritage Foundation, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.